I feel like no, you're good. We let them establish themselves early, and they got very comfortable in the first half. Those first, I'll say, 10 possessions, and that relayed throughout the rest of the game. And then the first half, I felt like we were getting a lot of good looks. We weren't making them, but we needed to be more aggressive towards the basket, like you said, and we didn't do that until late. So I mean, just the start of the game, establishing ourselves in the paint, and then also on the defensive end.
Go over to Jim.
How difficult is that when you do have open shots? It's not like you're going to pass them up, and yet when they're not falling, you need to do something else. It's kind of a balance there. I'm curious, what's that like out there?
You kind of know when you have a good look, and if your shot is feeling really well to knock them down, and also to keep shooting and just having that mindset to keep shooting when you have an open look, or if there's a one more pass where you can attack. So just finding that balance and then trying to get yourself self-involved in other aspects of the game, whether it's crashing the glass or getting the stop on the defensive end.
Jeff?
Aleem, it looked like there were a lot of times you ran those guys off the three-point line, but they hit tough twos. Was that the game plan to keep them from getting open threes?
Not necessarily to that extent of going for pump fakes, but we just needed to be more disciplined and be there on the catch, but still force them into tough twos. We got a little undisciplined there, and that's something that we know we should have fixed, really.
Tom?
Aleem, this team, it's been about 4 or 5 games where the offense has struggled to find consistency. What do you think's going into that?
I'd say settling early in the game. The games where we do shoot well in the perimeter is when we pound it inside early and often, and get into the free throw line, and then playing inside out. And the games where we struggle, we settle for those threes early, and we just need to do a better job of pounding it inside.
Go back to Jim.
There were a couple times the second half where you guys got back within striking distance, but then couldn't get a stop at the other end. How frustrating was that to get close and then, give up something on the other end of the court?
Yeah, it was frustrating, but I felt like I kind of harped on earlier, that kind of starts in the first half when we let them get comfortable. And then in the second half, that's when they feel more comfortable hitting tough shots, tough twos. And that started off early in the game. So when it's time to come down and get a stop, they kind of have that rhythm going and have that mindset of that they can get those shots off.
Got time for one more for Aleem. We'll go back to Josh.
Aleem, how would you assess how the defense played overall? Did you feel like you guys contested enough shots and it was more something on the offensive end, or?
I just say we got a little undisciplined at times. And like I said a few times now, they got way too comfortable in the beginning of the game to where we kind of did lock in on that end. They already had that confidence and that mindset that they can make plays happen and get good looks or even tough looks that they can knock them down. So even when we did try to pick it up on that defensive end, it was kind of too late to kind of negate that momentum that they already had going for themselves.
Thanks, Aleem.
Thank you, guys.